Deirdre, and I am going to lead you through about a 20-minute yoga practice for before bedtime. So this would be a practice you would do as you were in the evening when you were getting close to your bedtime. There's a couple of things I'd like to go over with first before we start the practice. First is your props. I'm going to give you a little list of props to gather up, and if you need to pause this while you go and gather them up, that's fine. First thing is a couple of pillows. So I have two very firm pillows for my house. If you have bolsters at home, that's awesome. You can also use cushions off of your sofa. So I have two. I also have a couple of blankets. So I have two big blankets and one little blanket that I can fold up, and they're fairly firm. And I also have a block here. So if you don't have any blocks at home, you can use a stack of books. You can even use one of your folded firm blankets as a block. So really, you can get creative there. And then for some extra special touches, I have a couple of sandbags. So they're actually filled with rice, and maybe about 6 or 7 pounds of rice. I have a few here. And if you don't have these, you can use, again, a heavy blanket folded up. You can also use an actual bag of rice. Go to Costco and get a 10-pound bag of rice and make yourself one big one or a couple of small ones. I also have an eye pillow. If you don't have an eye pillow, a scarf, or even the sleeve of your sweatshirt will work just fine. So, and a chair. I said a chair. I need to have a chair. So pause and go gather up those props and bring them around your space. You can be on the yoga mat or just on the floor, and that's fine. And when you're ready to resume, I also want to talk about your environment. So before we start practicing, dim the lights a little bit. Also, check the temperature. You want to be warm, but not hot. And when you're in a restorative pose, you want to be able to feel cool in your forehead, but you want your fingers and your toes to be warm. Which is why I also have a pair of socks. So when you get towards the end of the practice and you're in a restorative pose for a couple of minutes, I'm going to put socks on because I don't like it when my toes get cold. So maybe a pair of socks. Okay, let's get started. So come to stand at the top of your mat. A lot of the poses that we're going to do today are either forward folds or some sort of a supportive inversion. An inversion that's not going to cause stress in your body and doesn't involve a ton of muscular energy. So come to stand at the top of your mat with the floor underneath you. And then on an exhale, come into a nice easy forward fold. Let's come down and step your left foot to the back of the mat. Now you can stay here in a lunge. You can use the chair if you'd like to put your hands on. Maybe bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. Let the back knee down. Give yourself permission to relax into table pose. On an exhale, a child's pose. Back to table pose. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is a stage 1 forward fold. Allow gravity to have the weight of your head. And start to walk your feet up towards your hands, coming back into a forward fold right at the top of the mat. Lift up just halfway. You can use your chair here. And then on your exhale, into that fold and step the right foot back. So this time through, I'm just going to hold on to the chair. So I might choose to let this be my lunge, holding on to the chair. To a table pose on your hands and knees. And then on an exhale, back to a child's pose. Starting to feel the muscles in your body release. Come back to a table pose on your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up to a downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Now use your chair to support your head in a supported forward fold. Take your forearms to the seat of the chair. Forehead comes to that seat. Your back of your legs are very, very flexible. You might use your block as something to rest your head on, but really, this isn't about the biggest stretch that you might have. Use yourself all the way down to a seat. I'm facing my chair. I'm just going to bring the soles of my feet together for bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. To a comfortable cross-legged position, Sukhasana. I'm real close to my chair here. We're going to use it to bring the forehead to the chair, and I may choose to put a blanket right on my chair seat. Lift up. Switch your leg, so put the other leg on top or in front, and then come forward again into a very gentle forward fold. You can start to feel the back of your body release. And don't worry about keeping track of the time. I'll let you know when it's time to change positions. Come on up. Where your block is, ease your way down onto your back. Taking these transitions between poses slow and quietly to minimize the amount of external stimulation. Right, try your right knee into your chest. Reach your right foot up towards the ceiling. Right foot comes back to the floor. And then the left knee, draw the left knee into your chest. Left foot up towards the ceiling. And then left foot comes down to the ground. So a supported bridge pose. Some of these poses you need to be patient with. And just put yourself in the position and then be patient and allow time to pass for the magic to occur. So lifting your hips up, take your block or your stack of blankets, or maybe it's a stack of books, put it under the back of your pelvis. Not at your low back, but at the back of your pelvis. And then lower yourself down. Now we're not quite finished with the pose yet. So we're in a supported bridge pose. Now tuck your shoulders one more time underneath. As you start to lift your chest up, you can feel your chest and your heart lifting up so it feels higher than your head. This pose is a little bit more work, a little more energy here. We're trying hard to lift the heart above above the head, so it's higher than the head. And trust that this process works. Just trust it, give it time. One more breath. And release the pose. Right knees into your chest and roll to the side. Come on up to a seat. And bend your right knee and have your left leg stretched out. You come into a forward fold with the legs in the position of Janushirshasana. So one leg is bent, the other leg is pretty straight. Then you have two options. One is you can take your two pillows, stack them up right in the middle, and then a forward fold over your pillows, turning your head from one side to the other, or maybe just bringing your forehead down. Option two, use your chair and bring your forehead to the chair. You might feel as though you could stay there for a while. If so, just hit the pause button. I'm going to switch sides though. So right leg is extended, left knee is bent, and then come back into that forward fold, turn your head over to the other side. See if you can turn off the thinking part of your brain and just look for sensations. Notice what is in your awareness, what you're feeling in your body. Maybe it's the movement of your breath. And then when the outside feels even, with the first side, come on up. Move your pillows off to the side. So if you want, we're going to keep one pillow out in front of you. Come into a reclined bound pose. So the pillow is out in front of me, and I can put my legs on my pillow with the soles of my feet together. I don't want my feet just hanging off though, so I'm going to place my block here right in front of my pillow. You can also use your second pillow or a stack of blankets. Now, my feet start to get cold right about now, so I'm going to put my socks on. Soles of the feet together. You want a little bit more support for this pose. One of my blankets I put into a long roll. So you put that blanket goes on top of the feet, and then just kind of tuck it under the outsides of your thighs. So it goes across the top of your ankles, tucks in under the thighs. Before you lie back into this reclined version of this pose, if you have one of these weighted bags or an extra blanket or a bag of rice, consider placing it over your feet and your ankles just to kind of tuck them in. And then recline back, possibly putting a small blanket under your head. If you have an additional blanket, you put that across your belly. There it is. And if you have an eye cover or the sleeve of your sweatshirt or just a small scarf, something to put over your eyes. Adjust until you feel comfortable. Stay at ease. attention to your breath and movement of your breath. Allowing your breath to create its own path. So you come to the end of an exhalation. Your body is not quite ready for the breath in. Allow yourself to linger in the bottom of the breath in that pause. Choose a number. When you choose a number, start to count your breaths. Brackets from whatever number you choose. Each breath coming back. When the thought comes in, you interrupt, so you don't worry, just start again. Start again. Continue counting and breathing. Comfortable. If you'd like to stay here longer, again, just hit the pause button. Or slowly make your way up and moving the pause and slowly make your way up. And your knees roll to the side, come up to a seat. Got one more pose for you. So take that bolster or that firm pillow, bring it up really close to your chair. Sit on the pillow and then swing your legs up onto the seat of the chair. If you have a blanket, place the blanket over your shins. If you have a bag of rice, a sandbag, place that over your shins. It does a remarkable job of helping to relax the muscles in your leg. And then ease your way back. Now, who's feeling cold? You feel like we're going to be in this last pose a couple of minutes or maybe until you decide to go to bed. But you can take a blanket and take that blanket and put it over you, maybe it's your arms. Ease your way all the way back down. Now, it's not as big as it was in bridge pose, but we still do have the heart a little bit higher than the head here, just a little bit. You have that extra sandbag, then place that one of it across your back and your belly. Maybe that eye pillow. I'm sure this pose is feeling perfect, perfectly comfortable, no distractions. Allowing the nervous system to relax. Turning off the thinking mind. Look for sensation throughout the body. Very simply, just bring your attention to the sensations you may feel in your head, in your mouth, behind your eyes, maybe your ears. Scan down the back of your head to your neck, throat. Looking for sensation in your shoulders. Without thinking, just feeling. Looking for sensation down your arms. fingertips. Back to the torso, front of the torso, back to the torso, pelvis. Look for sensation in your legs, feet. This is our final pose. If you're comfortable where you are, you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. If you are ready for bed, as quietly and slowly as you can with your palms, roll to the side, see.